A woman is an amazing creature in that she has very many special and deeply sensitive erogenous zones. And while they can be located anywhere on her body, in this video we're going to focus specifically on the internal ones, located inside of her vagina. And they are all very important to know about because stimulating them will bring different unique sensations and orgasms. So if you have a vagina, or if your partner has a vagina, make sure to watch this video till the end for all the juicy, delicious information. My name is Helena Nista and I make videos that help you have the best sex of your life. And today we're discussing the internal pleasure spots in a woman. So first of all, what is an erogenous zone? It's a particularly sensitive area or spot on the body, and touching it causes us pleasure, relaxation, arousal, and can even lead to orgasms. Almost every single woman is familiar with her clitoris, the external pleasure spot located above the vaginal opening. That particular erogenous zone is easy to access with our fingers or with a toy, and rubbing it can typically lead us to lovely, deeply pleasurable, sharp, and explosive kind of orgasms. But the kind of pleasure and orgasmic states that we achieve by stimulating our internal zones are very different. These kind of orgasms seem to more so travel through our bodies, expand internally, and send us into long-lasting and blissful states of ecstasy. And there are 5 of these particular spots that are located inside of the vagina. So it's absolutely worth it to go beyond the clit, to explore deeper and to become very familiar with our internal pleasure zones. And the first one of them is your G-spot. You can reach and access your G-spot by inserting 1, 2, or 3 fingers, it's completely up to you, into your vaginal canal with your fingers reaching towards your belly button. You won't have to go far in, only about 2-3 inches is enough, or maybe 2/3 of your fingers. And once you're there, once you're reaching your G-spot, you will feel its surface similar to the roof of your mouth. You will sense these kind of ridges there. The next thing to do here is to start massaging. So you can sort of hook your fingers and perform this kind of come hither motion that many women adore. Or you can massage this area in circles, or you can explore and experiment with whatever kind of touch works for you. The next spot I want to bring your attention to is your A spot. And you will find it on the same wall of the vagina, on the anterior wall, by pressing towards the belly or the belly button, but you have to go a bit deeper. So the A spot is located about 4 to 5 inches in, and there's no particular structure there that will tell you that you are exactly on your A spot, but it's just a sensitive area. It's an erogenous zone that you will recognize by its sensitivity. So just by exploring and touching and stroking that area, you will be able to tell where it is by feeling into the sensations and the pleasure that your body is experiencing. The next pleasure spot is the cervix, and it is located on the very back wall of the vaginal canal. When you reach it, when you go all the way in with a finger or a toy, you might not be able to reach that spot with your fingers. So if you need to use a toy, a dildo for example, that can work very well. Or if your partner is assisting you, then his penis can in most cases reach the cervix. And the cervix itself, touching it feels like touching the tip of your nose. It's this kind of protruding, kind of round structure that you will find at the very back wall of the vagina. And the cervix itself is this amazing spot on a woman's body, and it can give us so much pleasure, so much bliss, so many wonderful expansive orgasms that I do in fact have an entire video where I talk specifically about the cervix and cervical orgasms, and you will find that video here. In order to reach the next spot, the K spot, you will need to shift your finger and turn it towards the spine or the anus. So you're still staying inside of the vaginal canal, inside of the vagina, but now you'll be pressing towards your anus. And similarly to the G spot, the K spot is not located very deep, so everybody should quite easily be able to reach it with the finger. And behind it, deeper in, is the P spot. So these 2 areas, the K spot and the P spot, are also worth exploring and playing with by sort of, stimulating them in circles, or maybe pressing into them, or going up and down, or side to side or any other shapes that you can think of, by playing with different kinds of speed and pressure of your touch as well, in order to discover and explore what your K-spot and P-spot really desire and enjoy. But generally speaking, the pleasure and the orgasms induced by stimulating the K-spot and the P-spot feel a lot deeper, like they feel like a more kind of a grounded, or kind of almost like a heavier kind of orgasm, but in that kind of good, grounded, earthy kind of a way. So while stimulating your cervix and reaching cervical orgasms can feel like this ocean of energy and orgasmic pleasure is flowing and expanding through your body, the K-spot and the P-spot orgasms feel much more earthy. So it's a different kind of energy that you'll be releasing and freeing, so that you can orgasmically flow and expand through your body. And because every single woman is different and our bodies are so different and unique, it is so important to not only explore all of these different areas and spots, but to actually communicate with your partner as well, so that not only yourself, you can give yourself as a woman all these amazing types of pleasure and stimulation and orgasms, but you can even choose to share that knowledge with your partner and teach them what your body wants, what it desires, and which of these internal spots and zones work particularly well for you. And if you'd like to learn even more about what your body is capable in terms of your pleasure, arousal, and different orgasmic states, my very special, very powerful online course for women, Orgasmic Empowerment, is currently available at a discounted price as a part of my Christmas promotion. This course will take you on a wonderful journey of truly awakening your inner erotic goddess and of experiencing orgasms that are deeper, stronger, and a lot more satisfying. So make sure to check it out to see if this course is right for you. I've included the link to the course and the discount code in the description bar below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.